If your magnesium supplement isn't doing anything, this video is for you. Let's look at this example label. I have a question for you. How much magnesium do you think you are getting per capsule? If you guessed 500 milligrams, 250 plus 250, you are wrong. Now don't worry, most people, the majority of people get this wrong. Look at what's written in brackets. Provides 50 milligrams of elemental magnesium. And you see that written below both the bisglycinate chelate as well as the magnesium malate. So this is the magnesium that you are actually absorbing. In other words, you are getting 100 milligrams of magnesium per capsule. Now I'm going to explain this to you, why this is the case, but first, I need you to do one thing, one very important thing. Check your own magnesium label right now. See if elemental magnesium is written. I bet you it's not, because most products do not show you. And that's a red flag, because what that means is you have absolutely no idea how much magnesium you are getting. So that elemental magnesium has to be written. Now, let's return to this label, because this is absolutely critical if you want to get your money's worth out of your supplements and experience all the amazing benefits that supplements can offer. So this uses what's called a chelation. Now, quite simply, this is when you attach magnesium to something else. In this scenario, it's magnesium attached to glycine, hence bisglycinate, and the other one is magnesium attached to malic acid, hence malate. So I hope that helps you understand now. The 50 milligrams is actually magnesium, and then the other 200 milligrams of that 250 is that other thing, that other molecule. Why is it designed this way? This isn't a trick. This is actually to improve the absorption of magnesium. That's right. Because on its own, if you were to take just plain magnesium on its own, the absorption is actually very, very poor. To simplify this, your gut does not like it. It will turn it away. Your gut is a protective barrier, really. Remember, that's your last line of defense for your immune system. Your gut is very, very picky to what is allowed to cross and ultimately get into the rest of your body. Now you can actually compare this to magnesium found in nature. For example, there's magnesium in spring water. Why is it absorbed? Well, it's because it's naturally present with other things like this. The problem though is that spring water is very low in magnesium, and so you would have to drink copious amounts just to get a meaningful amount of magnesium. Now, there's similar examples with magnesium in food. It's already present with other things that help it get absorbed, but there's just not enough magnesium in food to get what you need. So, if you want to know how this actually works, it has to do with really two things: electrical charge and size. Now this gets into the weeds a little bit, so feel free to fast forward to the end where I share an important detail about the type of magnesium. But for you folks that want a bit more detail, magnesium carries a particular charge and your gut does not like that, so it will repel it. So that's one reason why magnesium has to be attached to something else for better absorption. The second part is the size. So the proteins that line your gut barrier, they have tiny little gaps in between them for micronutrients, for energy to absorb, and many other things. But magnesium on its own is too big. It can't fit between these tiny little gaps. So what do we need? We need something to mask the charge, hide it, wrap it up, disguise it, sneak it across your gut barrier. That's what this other molecule does, other thing that magnesium is attached to. And then the size principle. So again, think of this other thing, this other molecule, this malate, this bisglycinate. as disguising magnesium and carrying it across with it. That's how it works. That's why a good supplement, a good magnesium supplement, will use this chelation. So now I'm going to share with you the type and why that's so important. So welcome back if you skipped ahead. Let's look at the cheapest example, magnesium oxide. Why is this so cheap? Well, because it doesn't work. So this is kind of part two. You need to look at the dose, and then you need to look at what it's paired with, because that will also affect how magnesium is absorbed. Magnesium oxide, for example, is a great laxative. Maybe you've experienced this yourself. That's because the oxide pulls water into our guts, and then you basically just excrete everything along with it, the magnesium. So that's why magnesium oxide is so cheap, but that's also why you don't get any magnesium from it. So that's why you want to look for high quality combinations, chelations, whatever you want to call them, such as magnesium bisglycinate, such as magnesium malate. So I hope that helps figure out what dose you're actually getting. Remember, look for that elemental amount. If your supplement doesn't show it, you have no idea how much magnesium you're getting. Using this example of that 250 milligrams combination, if elemental is not shown, it could be 20 milligrams magnesium. It could be 10 milligrams magnesium. It could be 5. So this is the problem. That's why you need to choose one that does not use a proprietary blend. It discloses all the information, and now you can figure out your optimal dosing. If you need help with that, I'm happy to help you with it.